talk about some trending topics. You boys ready?
I'm ready for these.
Okay, this is a good one. It's James's favorite story of the day. Well, the war of words between UFC women's champion Ronda Rousey and undefeated boxing champ, Floyd Money Mayweather is heating up. In a recent Ask Me Anything session on Reddit, a fan asked Rousey if she could take down Mayweather in a no-holds-barred bout. She responded, quote unquote, "Floyd is one of the best boxers of all time. He would definitely beat me in a boxing match, but in a no-rules fight, I believe I can beat anyone on this planet," end quote. Tough words from a tough woman. You may remember Rousey beat out Floyd for the Best Fighter award at this year's ESPYs, where she commented, "I wonder how Floyd feels being beat by a woman for once. I'd like to see him pretend to not know who I am now." That was after Mayweather claimed he didn't know who Rousey was during an interview in July of last year. So the question today, would you put your money on Rousey or Mayweather? Go, Dad.
Dad, what you thinking?
This is you guys are digging a hole for me because it's first of all, it's a lose-lose situation for Mayweather, because if he beats her, then it looks like he's beating a woman. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if he doesn't beat her, then he still loses.
Listen, I'm on the opposite of that. I think this is a win-win for Mayweather. If he wins, of course he wins. Males are supposed to beat women. They have more testosterone. They're heavier. And for the bigger picture there is that he will actually make money for once off of beating up a woman. Whether he wins or loses, he will profit. And I think that's a problem.
That's where I want to go with this. Because let's not forget, Floyd Mayweather, who I'm not a fan of, sir, I don't like you, all right? Because you have a history of domestic violence. In fact, you pleaded guilty to misdemeanor battery, domestic violence, for hitting the mother of your children. So here's what I want to happen.
You tell it.
I want Miss Rousey to go in there and kick his butt. I want her to put a hurting on him, school him, and then leave, and then go show the mother of his children how to kick his butt. So when he comes back at her again, boom. Sorry, Mayweather, you out. I have zero tolerance for a man that will hit a woman.
I get what you're saying about that, but what happens? What does this do? What is the benefit if he were to beat her up, or vice versa? What does this do for the fight against domestic violence? We are rallying.
I was just gonna say
we're getting tickets and we're rallying around a fight between a man and a woman. Think about this, James. A woman who was beat up in her lifetime, sitting there by a man, sitting there watching us as a society paying to watch that go down. I think that's a problem. I'm actually really, really offended that we're even flirting with the idea of this fight.
And that's definitely something to think about, whereas I think it's a great step towards equality for women to show this fighter who's amazing can jump in there and roll with the guys, and I think she would win. That's my thing. I think I'm so confident that Rousey would win.
I'm with you on that.
And the entire world would be rooting for her. No one's going to root for a woman beater when he's up against a woman. So I think it would be amazing. I get where you're coming from, but I just want to see him get his butt kicked by a woman because I think he's a terrible person.
I'm so offended that I'm wondering how many people are going to place bets on it. That's how offended I am.
You're just wondering the money part, right? See, and I want to. I just think about the domestic violence out there, and I just think, what does this do, right? Because does do we measure strength on the physical form? Can strength be beyond physical? Because by her going in there and beating him up, does that prove that women are stronger than men? Does that prove that a man's stronger than a woman? Because it's not about physicality.
I think it definitely proves some equality, but I think that's definitely something we need to continue to talk about because it's going to continue to evolve.
It is. It is. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes.
All right. Well, also